Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is the first time you are joining us. I'm Jen, also known as Blessed Yoga, and today I have a really exciting new addition, my little mic pack, so I'm feeling very professional today. So today's theme for the flow is going to be all about letting go, kind of looking at things with a new perspective, and changing the inner self to see the outer world a little different. So when you're ready, let's hop on our mat and we'll get started. So we're going to start today's practice sitting down. So if a cross leg is comfortable for you, come to that. If not, feel free to take feet out in front or maybe grab a pillow and sit on it. And then once you've found your comfortable position, taking palms on top of the knees, closing off the eyes, and just feeling that connection with your palms and your knees, maybe softly moving your hands over them or just staying still and really feeling the sensation of your knees filling your palms. And then taking a moment to send some awareness to the root of the spine, the base of the spine. And as your bum roots down through the ground, seeing if we can elongate our spine up towards the sky. And then for a second, I just want you to focus on something that may have been bothering you this week, or something you've held onto that's niggled at you that you'd like to release. So whatever comes to you first, whatever your gut tells you, that's probably the one. So just sticking with it, bringing it to the forefront of your mind, almost staring at it in the middle of your eyebrows. And then keeping that thing in mind, I want you to inhale, squeezing shoulders up towards the ears. And as you exhale, seeing if you can shake that image a little bit out your brain and drop your shoulders. So inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, release, drop down. Inhale, squeeze up. Keep shaking that image out your brain. Exhale, drop down. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, drop down. And last one, inhale. Exhale, drop down. Release. So as humans, we have this knack of thinking about things the same way over and over again. We have patterns of thinking that almost automatically can send us into a negative way of thinking of something, or a certain way of thinking of something. And in today's practice, I want you to take the mindset of a naive child. So a child that just goes for it, does what they're told to do without even thinking too much about it. And as we move through our postures with little thought and with a new mind, I want you to do the same with that thing that you've held onto this week. Seeing if you can find a new perspective on something that you've thought of again and again in a very particular, maybe even negative way. As you inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Take palms neat. And then draw your thumbs down to heart center, press into the space. Inhale, sweep the hands up. This time blinking open the eyes and looking up, palms together to touch. And exhale, dropping palms to heart center. We'll go for one more, cleansing. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands down. And then on your next sweep up, look up. And as you exhale, taking the left hand to the right knee and twisting around, dropping that right hand behind you, elongating through the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, finding a little bit more of a twist. Inhale, elongate. Exhale to twist. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, palms back to the sky, look up. Exhale, over to the other side. Standing that left hand behind you, but keeping weight light in the back hand. So we're on fingertips on that back hand. So you're really using your spine to lift you up and twist you round further. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Last breath. Inhaling, hands all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. And then gently either rolling over your knees or just coming over into tabletop. Hands and knees, stacking your wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Coming through our cat and cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, tailbone reaches high. And as you exhale, pushing around, tucking your chin towards your chest and really trying to push your shoulder blades out of your back. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, tailbone reaches high. Seeing if you can find a little bit more space for the chest. And as you exhale, pushing around. Good, flowing like that with your own breath. Inhale to drop the belly. And exhale to push and round. And then coming to a neutral spine. Starting to push your bum back towards your heels. And taking a child's pose here. As you inhale, lifting back up, tucking the toes under, we're going to push back to our down dog. And this might be your first of the day. So really just being gentle with yourself, bending your knees as much as you need to really lift the tailbone high. And seeing if you can do something new with your down dog today. So you might have done down dog a million times in your life before, but just seeing if you can find a new movement, find a new something that maybe you haven't done before. And maybe it's not a movement that you find new, but a thought about down dog. Instead of thinking, oh, this hurts, or oh my God, my hamstrings. Just finding an alternative thought to bring you a little peace of mind. And then looking forwards towards your hands, big step forwards with the right toes. The left toes follow. As you inhale, come up halfway, flat back. As you exhale, folding down, dropping your head, bend your knees as much as you need to. And then as you inhale, big sweep up, look up to the sky. And take hands to heart center as you exhale. Now we're going to do something a little bit new today. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And as you inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky, keeping eyes closed all the time, trusting that your palms will find each other overhead. As you exhale, take palms through heart center, start to fold down. Trying to feel the weight of your hips stack over your heels, and then release your hands down to the ground or release them from each other. As you inhale, come halfway, eyes are still closed, so we're just relying on our body to take us and not our mind. Slowly fold back down, bend your knees as much as you need to find the floor with your palms, stepping back with the right toes and then the left toes into our plank. Eyes are still closed. If you've peeked, you're cheating. Close. And then we're going to drop the knees down, keeping core super engaged, so you should feel that in your tummy. It's not all the way it looks, it's the way it feels. And then keeping elbows wrapped in, lower all the way down onto our bellies. Inhale, low cobra, lift up slightly, keeping shoulders away from ears. And as you exhale, calming back down, tucking toes under, pushing back, eyes are still closed, into our down dog. Taking a big breath in, big breath out, and then slowly blinking open the eyes. Looking forwards, I want you to take a big step forwards with the right toes, drop the left knee down, untuck the left toes. And now looking forward, lifting the chest, squeezing your bum, close your eyes again, and start to sweep your hands up to the sky. Now, you will feel super wobbly. You're going to feel every muscle in your leg working to keep you stable. If you fall over, don't worry. That's part of the fun. Keep squeezing that left glute. Keep keeping the eyes closed. Good. Blinking open the eyes. And then slowly sending weight backwards, straighten the front leg to your half split and take your toes up towards your face. Keeping hands up overhead, start to fold forward from the hips. And now here might be enough for you. If it is staying there, you can take hands to heart center if it's too much for the shoulders. Keep breathing, inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Making sure hips are in alignment with each other. If you're rocking side to side, don't worry. It's completely normal. There should be loads of shakes here. And then coming back into the bend in the front knee. And really lean into your low lunge. Really opening up through the left hip. We're going to drop the left hand down, raise your right hand up to the sky for a twist. From here, going to start to reach your hands over your head and then draw a big circle and bring your arm back overhead. Inhale, circle. Exhale, overhead. The next one we do round, we're going to see if we can collect the back foot. So lifting the back foot, grabbing onto the outside of the back foot and trying to stretch gently through that back quad. If this isn't accessible for you, still work your quad towards your hand. And then gently release, taking your right hand back overhead. And then slowly drop the right hand inside the right foot. We're going to heel toe the right toes towards the right. And then really lean forwards into that left hip for our lizard. And just taking some circles, getting really juicy into that left hip. And I want you here to freestyle. So whatever you might have done in your practice before, finding something new, not being shy to just challenge and explore your own body. So if it's circles, if it's rocks forwards and backwards, whatever it is, just styling it out. And then we're going to tuck the back toes, lift up the back knee and kick that right leg all the way up to the sky for our three-legged down dog. Good. Starting to point the toes, you're going to bend into the right knee and try and send toes over to the left. So we're trying to stack one hip on top of the other
as much as we can, trying to open up through that right hip, and then taking the right foot all the way back down. Slowly dropping knees, sending your bum back to your heels, finding your child's pose. When you're ready, slowly lifting back up from your child's pose. I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. And then we're going to look forwards and step the left toes through in between the hands. Drop the right knee down, lift the chest, squeeze the right bum cheek, and then close the eyes. As you inhale, start to lift your hands up towards the sky. So there's definitely going to be some shaking here. If there's not, I'm very impressed because I'm shaking all over the place. You should feel all the little muscles working to keep you steady. One more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly open the eyes. Just feeling how different it is when you've opened your eyes, how much stability our sight actually gives us to hold our body. And then starting to send weight backwards, straight in the front leg. Take your toes towards your face, reach up towards the sky, and then start to hinge forwards over that front leg. So this is also not only a stretch, but it's a balance. And we're working our shoulders really hard here, keeping biceps up towards the ears. If that's too much, we come to hands to heart center. Keep hinging over that left hip. Keep drawing the left hip back, right hip forwards. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. And really digging in that left heel to the ground. Slowly bending into the front knee. Dropping the right hand down inside the foot. Left hand reaches up to the sky for your twist. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, starting to send that left top hand over the head. As you inhale, take a big sweep circle all the way to the back of the room. And then as you exhale, taking your arm back overhead. Inhale, circle. Exhale, back over. And on the next one, we do a big circle. Start to kick up the back foot and seeing if we can reach behind and grab on to the outside of the foot. Now what happens here is we tend to send weight out of the front knee to grab onto the foot. But really see if you can keep that weight in the front knee and gently stretching through the quad. If it's too much, feel free to release. If not, keep working. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release. Take your hand back over your head and then dropping that left hand inside the left foot. We're going to heel toe the left foot out to the left. So our hands are now inside the foot. So our hands are now inside the left foot. We're coming into our lizard. And here is your moment and your opportunity to freestyle. So finding your circles, finding a little bit of a rock maybe, forwards and backwards, side to side. Really starting to get juicy into the right hip. And then we're going to tuck the back toes, lift up that right knee and kick the left foot up to the sky. From here, pointing the left toes, start to kick your left toes over to the right and open up the left hip on top of the right. Really trying to squeeze one hip over the other and then gently taking the left toes back down, knees down, and take your child's pose.
Re-engaging with the breath if you lost it. Slowing down the pace of the breath. And then slowly walking hands back towards the knees. We're going to come to sit onto the heels. And then I want you to lean forwards, tuck your toes underneath your feet, and then rock back. So we're coming into a little squat. So we've lifted our knees. And if you're able to and is accessible, lift the hands also. Squeezing thighs together, squeezing knees, and we balance. And then seeing from here if we can lift up a little. Then seeing if we can lift a little higher, stand a little taller, keep high on the tiptoes, reach your hands up to the sky, and then drop the heels down, drop the hands down. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. And whatever that thing was that was bothering you, I want you to imagine like you're holding it between your hands. You can really feel it between the hands. And as you inhale, reach that thing up to the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to fall down and throw it down to the floor. Inhale, take it up to the sky. Exhale, throw it down. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, throw it down. One more. Don't control it, just go with it. Exhale, throw it down. And then heel-toeing feet slightly wider apart, grabbing opposite elbows. And gently starting to ragdoll side to side. Releasing elbows and then bending the knees, rolling up all the way to standing. Letting the head and neck be the last thing to come up. And then just give the body a nice shake out. We're going to come into a little balancing play. So finding the four corners of the feet, really spreading the toes as wide as they can, almost like fanning them out. And then we're going to take hands onto our hips and start to send weight into your left foot and slowly lift the right knee. And if this feels stable for you, I want you to see what happens if you close your eyes. If you've fallen out of it, please don't worry, I'm about to do the same. And we just come straight back to it. Finding little moments of stillness in the crazy. And then slowly dropping the right foot down. We'll come to the other side, weight into the right foot. Start to lift the left knee. And once you feel stable, you can close the eyes. And if you want, you can just play with blinking the eyes closed and open until you feel like you can have an extended period of closed eye. And just noticing if one side felt more stable than the other. If you've fallen over, keep coming back to it. I know this is my trickier side. And then blinking open the eyes, resting that left foot down and giving your arms and legs a shake out. Coming back to the front of the mat, we're going to sweep hands up to the sky. Exhale, dive forwards, folding down, bending the knees, taking your palms down, stepping back with the right toes and then the left. You're going to drop the knees down and then push yourself back to a child's pose. And I want you to close your eyes here, maybe even taking hands behind you, holding onto the feet if it feels nice, letting shoulders drop down by your ears. And whilst you're in that cocoon safe space, feeling the connection with your head and the earth, that space where the third eye is, maybe moving gently side to side to give it a little massage. I want you now to think of that thing you're holding on to, and seeing if in this light and in this positive energy you can find a different way to look at it. A new perspective. That every time that thing comes up, you can say, nope, I found a new way to look at that doesn't cause me grief or anxiety or any emotional pain. Finding that new lighter lens of understanding to help yourself into a space of joy and calmness. And then really gently lifting yourself up, sitting onto the heels, keeping eyes closed, palms onto the knees or the thighs, sitting up tall. We're going to sweep hands up overhead, take palms together to touch, draw your thumbs down to heart center. And just take a moment to thank yourself for being so understanding, for being kind enough to find that new light on the thing that's causing you pain. Because at the end of the day, that is the most loving thing that we can do, is to change our perspective, to allow ourselves more joy and more calm. Taking thumbs up between the eyebrows, press into the space. And just thank yourself and your body for stepping on the mat today, for taking time out for you. And then bowing the head, bowing the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to practice with me. I hope you enjoyed that little letting go flow. And if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, or if you have any suggestions for future videos, just drop them down in the comment section below. And I'd be forever grateful if you'd subscribe and keep coming back, because new videos will be released every week. So thank you. Have a great day. Mwah. I'll see you here soon.